Cell communication is essential for organisms to grow, develop, and maintain homeostasis. Similar to the many ways that people interact, there are also many ways that cells interact. Organisms all use different ways to communicate to function and respond to their environment. And within a complex organism like an animal, the cells communicate in a variety of ways. We communicate with each other in different ways, which can be compared to how cells communicate. There are 5 types of intercellular communication: direct signaling, autocrine signaling, synaptic signaling, paracrine signaling, and endocrine signaling. You can think of direct or juxtacrine signaling as physically sitting next to someone and talking to them. The message is going from one cell directly to another cell right next to it, and there is little to no distance between them. When a phagocyte engulfs a pathogen, like bacteria, it presents the antigens on its own surface, becoming an antigen-presenting cell. Then, a helper T cell binds directly to the antigen on the antigen-presenting cell, an example of direct signaling. Another example of this is in the plasmodesmata of plant cells. These are small threads of opening between the plant cell walls that allow for direct signaling. You can think of autocrine signaling as writing a reminder for yourself. The message is sent to you, and then you act on it. For instance, this is also seen in the immune cell when T cells send signals to themselves after finding an antigen to make more of itself to fight the pathogen. Another example of this is when a cell doesn't pass a checkpoint in the cell cycle. It sends signals to itself to undergo apoptosis, or planned cell death. Synaptic signaling is like sending a text message to a friend. It goes from one cell to another, but there is some distance. This is seen in the interaction between neurons, which aren't directly touching. A presynaptic neuron releases chemical signals called neurotransmitters to a postsynaptic neuron, which passes the message to another neuron, to the brain, or to a muscle to contract. Paracrine signaling is like talking to a group of people in person. A cell sends chemical messages to nearby cells that elicit a response. All cells nearby with the right receptors can receive the signal. An example of this is in embryonic development, when the cells of a bastula differentiate into different layers or parts of gastrula based on signals from other cells. It happens more when it undergoes even more differentiation into the germ layers and then specialized cells. Finally, endocrine signaling is like posting on social media. It's sent to a lot of people, and people can choose how and if they respond to it. An example of this is epinephrine, or adrenaline, which causes increased glucose levels, among other responses. The message is sent from the adrenal glands to the different parts of the body, like the liver, and it is amplified through the signal transduction pathway. Endocrine signaling uses hormones that pass through the bloodstream to reach their target cells. And that is all for this video.